This is Shane, Hurricane Helms, inviting you to watch Rasslin Rage. That's Rasslin, Rasslin, Rage. And if not, what's up with that?
Oh!
It's going down!
This is Rasslin Rage!
Do it now!
This is Rasslin Rage!
Scream it out loud!
This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
It's going down!
This is Rasslin Rage!
Do it now!
This is Rasslin
Scream
Rage!
it out loud!
This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Hey, wow, dude, I didn't even notice all this stuff was in the way and all over the place. I gotta fix up the screen, dude. You were covered up by the Indie Idol, bro.
Sometimes that's best.
What, covering you up?
Yeah,
I suppose.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Right, we gotta put, you don't mind if I put Goldman right over you, do you? I mean, even though he doesn't sponsor you.
No, he can be up there. We'll pretend like Josh actually cared enough to be here.
No kidding, dude. Oh, how crappy is that? All right, well, doing some production work on the fly. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Happy's gone. Where'd Happy go? Happy
Watching the Rumble with Josh.
Oh, yeah, he is probably. Yeah, we'll leave him out for a minute. And he's back. All right, well, he's off a little bit, but whatever. So, where are we at? What's my name? Okay, yeah, that's it. Good. Hello to everyone out there today. Welcome to episode 148 of Rasslin Rage. We sure do have a special episode of Rage tonight. Before we get into all of that, I want to give a big shout out to my co-host tonight, the real deal heel Danny Beals, also known as the Mouthpiece, also the one that decided to show up for the show. How you doing tonight, Dan?
Hey, I am the number one co-host tonight.
You did. I like that.
Hey,
The number one co-host.
the number one co-host.
You
That's
just
right.
created a new moniker for yourself. You know how?
Yep, I'm gonna get me a jacket made that says that. But
That's
you know
a great idea. I like that.
why the other guy? Why he's out playing WWE? I'm here helping take care of business.
He's watching the Royal Rumble.
Gonna watch Edge debut for the 150th time.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, like I said, I'm a huge Edge fan, but
Right. So that is correct. Josh is not here tonight because he would rather watch the Royal Rumble, like we said, than be one of the official co-hosts of Rasslin Rage. Like, we ain't special enough, Dan. Like, we're not cool, right? We're not as cool as watching the WWE on the WWE network.
But you know what? I'm gonna scoop back here. I'm gonna borrow one from my friend Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Not you, Cody Hawk.
Mm.
We're gonna do like this. Here we go. That's me tonight.
All right. Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and thank our sponsor?
This is the one I get.
We got to do it.
All right. I know he pays us. All right. Rasslin Rage would like to thank Happy Harper Ice Cream. You can find Happy Harper on Facebook at Happy Harper Ice Cream.
Yep, that's where you can find it. Always a huge shout out to one of our other sponsors, BCWA. Follow them on Facebook at GoBCWA or on their website, GoBCWA.com. Of course, we have to thank Jeremiah Goldman for sponsoring Josh, even though Josh isn't here. But that's why Goldman gives me the money.
All right, tonight on Rasslin Rage, we give you the first public release of the promos for the first round of Indie Idol 2021. 7 matchups for your viewing pleasure. It's gonna be great. Hey, and guess what? We didn't even got charged you for it. I wanted to. Cody said no.
It's time to talk about Michigan independent wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment. Michigan independent wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment.
Oh yeah, and we're back. So I know Happy's off, man. It's messing me up, dude. I gotta fix it. Dan, I can't do it, dude. My OCD's kicking in, brother.
That's all right. Take care of business, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like there's so many things that you have to be able to do on the fly. I gotta fix them. There. Put that there. He looks a little bit better now. Okay. So where are we at now? All right, cool. So as Daddy said before, the intro the intro we did there, we're giving you the opportunity to see the promos for Indie Idol 2021. Dan, why don't you tell these wonderful viewers, all these people that spend their valuable time with us instead of watching the Royal Rumble, we all love you. That's for you, Josh. Anyways, and don't forget, we are also talking to the people that may be listening to us on Podbean as well, sir.
I was thinking about that when I was checking everything out tonight, and about the Podbean, and you would almost, to me, this is just me, I would almost think that Podbean would just be a great element for that, because all you're doing is listening to their words.
Yeah.
None of the distraction, just listening to what they have to say. And what's a promo?
Right.
I mean, we got some great ones who can do it without it, without saying a word. But that also, listening to the music and stuff like that would be awesome too, just being in the moment. Now, the word is that Cody, Sean, and the Dread King, listen, they got together and they come up with this idea for Cody to put it in motion. The idea was to have the promo contest with 3 judges that vote a match.
Yep.
The match is 2 wrestlers cutting a promo on each other. Now, to my understanding, there's a few rules on this one, right?
Yep. There are now it's not like huge rules, but that is correct. The first rule is no butt hurt. So there's that. The second rule is to have fun. Specifically in this round, though, each promo has to be 30 seconds to 1 minute or 60 seconds. There were no stipulations in this round. However, that will not be the case for the next round. Each match will have a specific stipulation that has to be included in their promo.
So now, I have it on good authority that you guys will be announcing the winners of round 1 tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, right? Right here.
Well, it's actually, you will see a recorded version of all 3 of the judges, myself, the Dread King Logan, and Sean Stockmeyer. And basically we go through all of the promos and talk about the promos, why we liked them, why we didn't like them, and who we vote to go on to the next round.
So this is another reason why, if we didn't talk about it up higher, you're going to want to click that bell.
Yep.
Because this is the stuff we're talking about that comes up sometimes last minute. Boom, it's there. You're either going to miss it or you're going to check it out.
Absolutely.
And I mean, listen, I'm still saying y'all should have charged for this, man. Stockmeyer, he probably would have been like, no, you know what, it's cool. But I'm sure the Dread King would have been with me on that. Yeah, let's charge him.
Well, I mean, dude, come on, man. We're doing our part to keep things alive.
They are good dudes, better than me. Because, like I
Right.
said, these people would be paying if it was me.
Right. Okay. So enough. It's enough of the mumbo jumbo. Let's watch some promos. Okay. So first, this is the first ever Indie Idol. This is the first. This was the name was Sean's idea. I believe it was then it was just a collaborative idea of promo contest altogether, right? Like we were just talking, and this came about. Okay. I believe it was Dread King that came up with the stipulation idea. I'm not sure. But anyways, first one we have is Mongo versus Donahue. Okay. Now I've watched these already. I do believe Dan has now as well.
Yep.
So first up, and don't say anything, Dan, because they will be able to hear you. So first up, we have Mongo.
Hi, Michigan wrestling fans. It's me, Mongo. Here to talk about that club sandwich director for the Num Nums. You know, Donahue. But the name's so stupid, not even Mongo can screw it up. But you know what? This Donahue kid did one thing pretty smart. He showed up to the fight already broken. Mongo's favorite thing to do is break people. And you already did it. Now what am I going to do? How about this? You do Mongo one more favor. You just stay on your little tricycle or whatever handicap accessible bike you got. You keep riding right past whatever fight you ever find Mongo at. Just keep going. Take yourself right down to Daytona Beach. Get yourself a nice little rub down. Stay down. Stay everywhere you can to stay away from Mongo. Because I'll break you again. And this time, you won't walk away.
So there we go. There's Mongo. And next up, we have Donahue. So these two are going against each other. And the three judges, one being myself, are going to vote who wins. So here we go. Donahue.
Here, boy. Come on, boy. Hey, Mongo. You want to take a bite out of me, big dog? I tell you what, I noticed that little dog collar you like to wear. It's a good thing you like to wear it because I'm going to need that later. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to replace that dog collar with a choke chain. And every time you step out of line, I'm going to snap it back. Just so you remember how good it felt to breathe fresh air. And then I'm going to roll up a newspaper nice and tight. And I'm going to beat some obedience into you. I'm going to take that little worm-infested, flea-bitten nose of yours. I'm going to shove it into the floor and rub it in real hard. And then, finally, I'm going to take that dog collar you used to wear that's got the little tag on it. And that's going to be important because when I drag your carcass with the tail tucked between its legs into the vet's office, they're going to want to identify the body. Nomads are coming.
Now, dude, I have to point out that he went 3 seconds over in that. So find out tomorrow who goes on that one. Okay. Now, next up, we have Danny talking about the next matchup here.
All right. Next up, we have Noken versus Jeremiah Goldman. This ought to be good.
All right, here we go. Noken.
Jeremiah Goldman. You surround yourself with all this money and wealth, living an extravagant lifestyle. Some would say you're almost like a sort of god, wouldn't they? You pick on the poor and make the weak do what you want, and along the way, you torture them. And I'm here to tell you to stop playing God. You are not the Lord. You are not the Savior these people are looking for, Jeremiah. And this Sunday, I will prove you are a false prophet, and I will show you who the Lord is.
Right, so there's Noken, and here's Goldman up next.
Indie Idol, it's your boy. Today we're here to talk about the internet sensation known as you see, in round one, your boy has drawn the great Nokin. Mr. Nokin standing over 6'5", 300 pounds of pure devastating muscle, an 11-year vet. And for what, sir? To be the stepping stone for the odds-on favorite to win it all. Ho, the man who's so faboo, it's taboo. The fashion sensation across all 4 elemental nations. The last swag bender himself, Jeremiah Goldmane. And you see, sir, I don't plan on just defeating you. I plan on taking down the whole thing. While Mr. Nokin, you think you're great. I know I'm golden. Ciao.
All right, so there's Jeremiah Goldmane and Nokin. Hey, tell us what you think in the chat. We're on who you like in these competitions. Who's the one you think is going to move on to the next round? If you're catching this on a replay, later on, please comment. You can comment on YouTube as well. Comment, hashtag whoever you think's going to win. Good stuff, man. So the next matchup is very interesting, and I'm going to give a little bit of a warning that not Mike Idol, but AVZ's promo is a good promo, but it's a little X-rated, just so everybody knows. But this is Rasslin Rage, and I specifically put in when they asked me, this is not made for children. So watch at your own risk. So we have Mike Idol, Alex, and Zant. First up, Mike Idol.
Alex Van Zant. I've got to say, I really liked your introductory promo. It was pretty creative and it showed a lot of promise. Now, let me show you something. You see, breathtaking Mike Idol is always ready to stop, drop, and talk shop. There, that's better. Breathtaking Mike Idol is always ready for a promo contest. So, AVZ, feel free to bring your best and go down with the rest. Absolutely! Beaten, battered, and bruised. Verbally speaking, of course.
That's a good one. Love it. Anyways, here we go. Next up, we have Alex Van Zant. And like I said, kiddies, plug your ears. Because this one. Woo! Here we go. Oh, yeah.
He's insecure and immature. We all know what he's compensating for. He thinks he's tough just cause he's buff. In his own tension, he is the duff. Everyone else in the world is saying Mike Idol is a tool. Mikey, I'll light up this ring like nobody else. You better keep your old busted ass on the shelf, or else it might just be hazardous to your health. You don't know, you don't know you're terrible if you go up against AVZ. You better check your toxic masculinity, or else I might take your anal virginity. You don't know, you're who they make flashlights for. By the way, you're also poor.
All right. So there we go. Alex Van Zant.
Well, on that note, Sean Tyler versus J.C. Harvey was next up.
Yeah.
And let them see.
Let them see.
Hey guys, it's Sean Tyler here for Indie Idol 2021. Now, JC Harvey, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on. Glad you asked. You see, I already know that you're going to come on this tournament and talk about me being an underwhelming, poorly dressed thug from out of nowhere who just buys his weapons at Home Depot. Well, actually, that couldn't be further from the truth. You see, I'm actually a pretty normal guy. The thing is that sometimes it's the guy next door that has the most bodies buried in his basement. Heidi-ho, neighbor.
Sean Tyler. Dramatic chair turn. It's me, the dad bod god, J.C. Harvey. Now I know what everybody's expecting. I'm a funny guy. They're expecting goof, fart joke, self-deprecating, something about cookies. Well, Sean, there's nothing funny about what's going to happen with you and me this Friday. A wise man once told me that it is easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission. So I'm making our match a 6-man tag. That's right. You go ahead and bring those 2 reprobates that you hang out with, because I'm bringing the King of Strange Style and the man who demands your respect, Keith Cream. And just in case you think that chain you wear around your neck is going to make a difference, well, Sean, I've got news for you. I can go to Home Depot, too.
Oh, there we go. So, J.C. Harvey versus Sean Tyler. Very interesting one. Very hard one to judge, too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we have T.J. Meyer versus Jamie Eternal. Here we go. T.J. Meyer, first up. So pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have Jamie Eternal.
All right, we are days away from the confrontation between T.J. Meyer, the lost soul of War Inc., and the King of Strange Style, Jamie Eternal. Standing by with Jamie Eternal. Mr. Eternal, what are your thoughts?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Well, let me tell you something. T.J. Meyer claims to be the lost soul of War Inc. Well, you know, like the song goes, I once was lost, but now I'm found. And T.J. Meyer, you found yourself right in the middle of Strangeville with the King of Strange Style, Jamie Eternal. So I have one question to ask you. What you gonna do when the King of Strange Style stabs you?
Wow. That dude's good.
Yeah. All right. Next up. Let's see if Mr. Alex Weir can edge out Mr. Sucker Free, Rod Lee.
Oh, Alex up first.
I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our story, they'll tell the story of tonight.
And the story is this. It's about you and Weaponized Alex. We're in the first round of this promo contest, and there's only one outcome, and it's that I am the victor, Rod. Because you see, let's not forget who is still reffing matches before I even hit my prime. Let's not forget who has to literally sit on the outside of circles in the locker rooms, because all you are is an insignificant tag-along in pro wrestling. You're not God's greatest gift. Heck, you'd be lucky to shine my boot, boy. And on that day we step in the ring finally, you're gonna know what I mean. So raise a glass to freedom.
All right, there's Alex, and here we go with Rod Lee.
Really? I don't spend enough time in Facebook jail? Now you're going to set me up against Mark Zuckerberg's son? It's fine. It's fine. I don't need my profile anyway. Besides, just go follow me on Twitter at MCRodley. Anyway, dear Alexander, I commend you for coming out to Indie Idol, and I'm sorry about your first round loss, but you got paired up against the MC, which is not fair for you, but great for me, because the winner of the Indie Idol competition is Rod Lee. And when I go and make this entire competition sucker free, and that's...
All right, so those are Rod Lee and Alex Weir. Next up, we have Road Rash versus Danny Cobb. I will like to say that Danny Cobb, this is only his second ever promo, I believe. So here we go. First up, Road Rash.
Danny Cobb. You know you had me fooled, Danny. I could have swore you were Andy from the Conan O'Brien show, just lost a bunch of weight and started a wrestling promotion in Toledo, Ohio. And then come find out you want to step to me in a promo battle, Danny? In the ring with Road Rash, you are walking into a junkyard, and I am the Rottweiler that patrols the grounds. I'll be straight up with you, Danny. You can take your hot dog, and you can take your handshake, and you can stick it up where the sun don't shine. I'm going to go all the way to Toledo, Ohio, to Toledo Championship Wrestling. I'm going to sneak in the back door, and I'm going to take your title straight back to the great state of Michigan. I'm going to pawn it at a pawn shop. I'm going to drive a block down to the corner store. I'm going to buy me a bottle of liquor, a box of Swisher Sweets, and a dirty magazine. Nomads!
Good old Road Rash. Anyways, here we go. Danny Cobb.
Oh, it's almost bedtime here at Castle del Cobb, and I'm the owner of Toledo Championship Wrestling. Here in the first round of the Indie Idol tournament, my opponent is named Road Rash. Road Rash? What kind of name is that? Not the kind of name that gets entered into the World Championship picture. This is the Toledo Championship Wrestling World title. And your hopes ever holding this, Road Rash? I'm going right to bed. On down to sleep. Just like you're going to lay down, Road Rash. 1, 2, 3. I'm the promoter. I decide who's up and who's down. And you, Road Rash, my friend, are going down.
Okay, so yeah, I guess sign up for Wii Video, it said. Hope we don't get in trouble for that there. So that's it for all the promos, dude. That's where we're at now.
You know, the cool thing about these promos is, like I said, I watched them all. I watched them when you sent them over to me. I watched them, and then they were good enough where I actually sat and watched them again just now. Yeah. You know, and enjoyed them just as much as I did the first time around. So you know what? I'm glad I don't have the job that you, Sean, and the Dread King have. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I'll be first to tell you that this was a lot harder than I thought it was going, because there's a lot of equaled matchups, and then there's like, you know, and I'm who the mine to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, right? So I'm just going by what I like. Okay, the other two, they got other reasons. That's on them, but this is me, right? But it's not fucking easy, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now, dude. It's really fucking hard. Like, you know, and there's a lot of guys in there that I like personally, but I have to keep it unbiased.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I can see that in a couple of cases, you know, these promos, you guys are gonna have to get right down to nitpicking the smallest details because they were so close.
Well, I think it's a little bit easier this round, a little bit, but I think it's going to be a lot harder next round. Trust me on
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure. You know, I've got myself a little. I drew up a little chart for myself to keep track of everybody, and just to see how close I get to what you guys do.
Right. Yeah, we went back and forth, like Dread King says. We went back and forth on a few, which we really did. And some of us didn't decide until right then.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually,
I can see that.
Having the conversation, and that's what made us decide who we were choosing.
Mhm.
There were some where it was a 2-1 vote, and they had to move on. You know what I mean? And it was hard, dude. It was hard.
You know what? We have made a lot of decisions 2-1 vote, man.
Yeah, that's
you know.
why I say number one rule is no butt hurt.
Yep.
You know, and it is what it is. It's a fun contest, and I was thinking, and I don't know how I'd make it happen, but maybe all the guys that didn't get the W in this round cut promos on why they should continue on in Indie Idol, because Road Rash would technically have a bye this week, right? Or next round, because of how it went down because we originally had 16 people. So the way that the brackets worked, and it went to 14.
Right.
So now one person gets a bye, and then the judges would say, okay, I like this one the most, and that's who gets to face Road Rash.
Right, and you never know. You know, anything can happen.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's, you know, I'd have to talk it over with the other judges. So, anyways, it's, you know, there's all kinds of things we could do, but whatever. Anyways, or we bring them back later in the round. I don't know. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at right now. So tomorrow, what did I say? 6 or 7?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. I hope that is true. I hope that is, oh, fill the bye, he says. Oh, fill the bye. That's what Dread King says. I just want to make sure that is correct, that tomorrow we at real quick.
Right. Yeah, we don't want no fake news on here.
Yep, it is 6 o'clock. So good stuff. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. You can watch that, where we go over the promos. You're not going to see the promos because we already showed them tonight. There's no reason to do that when we showed them.
So clear your schedule. Put it in your little phone.
Yep.
We'll remind you.
Click the bell.
Click the bell.
Click the bell. Click the bell. So yeah, tomorrow. But anyways, definitely want to say thank you to BCWA, as well as Happy Harper Ice Cream and 24 Karat Line. Don't forget that down in the description, we do have a Podbean. I get a little behind on the Podbean, Dan, and I do my best. I do my best to get caught up on the weekends. I did not get caught up today, so I'll have to sit down tomorrow.
Right. Well, you know, that's been one of those things that you and I have been working on, and you know, schedules just haven't been able to get together for you to really show me how to get it right. So, I mean, you know, listen, I don't know if anybody knows, and I know you'll never tell them this, but the technical stuff, that's Cody, you know, plus his full-time job. You know, we're all trying to work it out so that me and Josh can kind of take some of the load up, but the dude handles it. You know, that's him. And he ain't gonna tell you that, but I will. He handles all the technical stuff. You know, until we can, number one, until it's kind of safer for us to be together, you know, more often. Number two, until work kind of slows down for Cody, you know, it's all on him right now. I just get to sit here and look pretty, you know, and so yeah, hey, sometimes it's going to be a little bit behind, but we're going to do the best we can for you guys.
Absolutely. But yeah, down in the description, you can find both our links for Podbean. One is so that you can follow us on Podbean. And if you have the Podbean app, you can listen to us there. We're on all different types of platforms. So just search for Rasslin Rage wherever you get your stuff. Also, you can get a free month of Podbean if you want to upload your content. So there's a link down there for that. Don't forget Tuesdays, MIW, man. We have a show coming up next week.
Yes,
Friday.
we do.
So we're going to talk about that. Pro Wrestling All-Stars of Detroit at the Victory Gym. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And then don't forget to follow us on our social media, Rasslin Rage, as well as Michigan Weekly. All those links are down in the description. And if you would love to have one of these awesome Rasslin Rage T-shirts, you can get those at prowrestlingtees.com/Rasslin Rage. Again, link down in the description for that as well. We do have MIW Rasslin Rage T-shirts and MIW T-shirts and MIW Rasslin Rage hats. Let me know if you'd like to get one of those.
Listen, the Dread King let the cat out of the bag. All right.
What?
He told him why Josh really missed. He told him about the toilet seat falling on his nuts.
Oh, man. Well, you weren't supposed to say anything, man. Damn it. All right. So, thank you again for joining us. Again, don't forget to subscribe and smash that thumbs up. Click that bell to be reminded and all of the wonderful content, because I uploaded a match today. See that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, RC3 and MM3 versus Daddy's Money at Metro Pro Wrestling. Yeah, Metro Pro in the hot hizzy. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us, and we
Later on.
are out of here.
It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. We'll do it now. This is Rasslin Rage.